What's going on, guys? Khalipa's Tech here, coming back at you with another video. This is the beginner's guide to the OnePlus Nord N200 5G. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some different tips and tricks for this device to help you get more familiar with it. This is going to be a great tutorial for you to watch if you're new to Android or smartphones in general. But before we go any further, I do want to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. But that being said, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to show you with this phone is how to change the wallpaper. To do this, we're going to go to our settings, display, customization, and wallpapers are right up here at the top. You can choose from wallpapers on your phone already. And there's this canvas feature that's pretty cool. And you can also change things like the clock or the horizon light, which is basically this little accent on the side of the screen. It's cool because some of these features are ones you don't typically see in other devices. You can also change things like the accent color, system icons, and even the font. This is one thing I really like about OnePlus's skin for Android 11. It is a little bit more customizable than some other skins out there. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to customize your home screen. Now, changing the wallpaper on this phone is easy enough, but there's another way to do it that's even faster, where you can also see some additional settings as well. All you got to do is put a finger on the home screen and hold it for just a second. And this is going to come up. As you can see here, you can change the wallpapers right from this button. You can also change the widgets, and there's some more home settings to look at. You can find most of this stuff through the regular settings menu, but having it all in one spot right on the screen that you're customizing in the first place is so much more convenient. The next thing I'm going to show you is Bluetooth and NFC. In case you don't know, NFC is the technology behind contactless mobile payment services that allows you to use things like Google Pay. It is really nice that this phone has that technology, but unlike some phones, you actually have to turn it on and you can also turn it off too. So let me show you how to access those settings. So we're going to go to the main settings menu and go to Bluetooth and device connection. So here we're going to see not only NFC, which you can toggle on and off, but also the Bluetooth options, which allow you, of course, to connect to Bluetooth devices. In addition to this, if you ever have a connected device, like a USB cable, if you want to allow that USB cable to transfer data, so for example, if you're connecting your phone to a computer and you want to put a picture from your phone onto the computer or vice versa, you're going to go to this screen and the option is going to be here. You can also turn on Google Pay, use printing services, Android Auto, and much more. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to control the sounds. To do this, we're going to go back to the main settings menu and simply go to sounds and vibration. Here, you're going to have several different options. As you can see, vibration by default is on. You can also control the ringtone and notification volume right here. That's going to be things like text messages, notifications from apps, all that sort of thing. The alarm volume, pretty self-explanatory. And then media volume, if you're watching a video or listening to music or something like that, this is where you can control the volume for that. In addition to this, you can also put it on silent mode, so the phone will make no sound at all. And if you do this, it's still gonna vibrate when you get a call. And when you do this, it's still gonna vibrate when you get a call, so you won't have to worry about missing a call if you're in a situation where you can't have your phone making sounds. If we go down a little bit, there are also some more options. For example, this is going to allow you to change the EQ to best fit which sounds you're using. So for example, if you're watching a movie on your phone or listening to music, it'll help optimize the sound to best fit whatever you're doing. There's also an earphone mode with different options for when you're using headphones. And of course, down here, you can also change the ringtone and the notification sound. In the system section, you can turn on and off the feedback for the vibration. So right now, whenever you do pretty much anything on this phone, there's a little vibration from it, which I personally like. But if you don't like it and prefer it not to vibrate at all, you can always turn this off. Also, the system sounds, there are lots of different system sounds. So this is where you can turn those off if you don't want to hear them. The next thing we're going to talk about is notifications. We are back in the main settings menu, and to get to notifications, we're going to scroll down to apps and notifications right here. So the most important thing I would say in the notifications section is the notifications you get from individual apps, and this can get a little annoying when you have a random app you don't use a whole lot and it sends you marketing notifications, mostly the marketing notifications. Those are the worst. So I'm gonna show you how you can turn those off. We're gonna go to notifications, and as you can see here, in the notification center, you can see all the notifications you get within a 7-day period. And I'm just gonna turn all these off because I don't care about anything these apps could say. These are all pretty much just a nuisance. And you can do this for pretty much any app that sends you notifications. So at the end of the day, you're only gonna get notifications from apps you wanna hear from. The next thing I'm gonna show you is how to change the lock screen. In case you don't know, the lock screen is basically this screen right here. When you go to unlock it, you're gonna see this right here asking for a PIN. But if you wanna use something other than a PIN, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can set that up. So we're gonna go back to our settings menu, go to security and lock screen, and right away, we're gonna see device security. And this is where you're gonna be able to change the type of lock screen you have. So we're gonna hit lock screen passcode, enter your current PIN, and now you can choose between none, swipe, which is basically the same thing as none, pattern, PIN, or password. If you want nothing at all, then you can choose none, of course, but if you want the highest security possible, go with password because that's the most complex. In addition to this, if you hit the gear right here, you're gonna get a few other settings that change how the phone locks and how you can unlock it too. I would definitely recommend looking these over because all the security features are important to know about. In addition to this, if you want to use your fingerprint scanner or face unlock, you can set them up in this area right here. And once you follow the on-screen instructions, they're automatically gonna be active. And you don't have to choose one or the other either. You can choose the fingerprint scanner and the face unlock and use them both. The next thing I'm gonna show you is how to take a screenshot. This is a pretty easy feature, but not every phone has the exact same way to do it. So let's take a look. All you gotta do is press the power key and the volume down key at once, and there we go. Pretty simple, shows up right here and goes right to your photo gallery. You can also see it in the notifications for whatever reason, and you can always share it directly from here if that's what you want to do. A quick tip on this though, be sure to press the power key and the volume down key and not the power key and the volume up key because that is not going to take a screenshot, as you can see there. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to get dark mode. Dark mode is really cool. It basically is exactly what it sounds like, changing the colors on your theme from light colors to dark colors. So let's take a look at what that looks like. We're gonna go right back to our good old settings menu, wherever I put it. And let's go to display. You're gonna hit dark mode and turn it on right here. And there you have it. We are in dark mode right now. You can also have it turn on automatically. So if you want it to turn on from sunset to sunrise, or you can set a custom time range. So the next thing I'm gonna show you is how you can change the refresh rate of the display. Now to give you a little background on this, in case you're not familiar with the term, this phone's display has a 90 Hz refresh rate, which is above average. I wanna say most phones, especially the ones in this price range, only have a 60 Hz refresh rate. So the advantage the 90 Hz refresh rate has over the 60 Hz is that the movement on the screen is a little bit faster, more smooth, more fluid, that sort of thing. So if you're watching videos a lot, playing a game, something like that, it's gonna be a better experience overall. But on the other hand, the 90 Hz refresh rate can drain the battery, and if you're not using it, it might not make sense to even have it on at all. So we can actually turn it from 90 Hz to 60 Hz. So let's go over how to do that. We're gonna go to settings, display, advanced, and refresh rate right here. Now you can change it to 60 Hz. And as it says right here, it's gonna be less smooth, but have better battery life. If you have your phone near a charger at all times, I wouldn't even bother doing this. But if you do have a more mobile lifestyle, or maybe it's just for a day or two, maybe you're traveling and don't have a charger with you, whatever the case may be, you can always change it to 60 Hz to save a little battery. The last thing I'm gonna show you is how to change the screen timeout time. Have you ever been in a situation where your phone falls asleep when you're reading something, or maybe the opposite, you forget to lock your screen and it stays on for a super long time, and when you come back to it and notice that you didn't lock it, you realize it's drained a bunch of battery. Well, I'm gonna show you how to avoid both of those situations. We're gonna go to our settings menu, display, and sleep. As you can see here, I have mine set to the max of 30 minutes, but you can also make it as short as 15 seconds. Now, I recommend playing around with this a little and seeing which one works out best for you, because depending on how you use your phone, it's gonna be a little different for everyone. But that was my beginner's guide to the OnePlus Nord N200 5G. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you found this information useful as well. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next video.